everybody. Recording live from somewhere.
Totem Pole Nation, we are here for NFL preseason football. NFL season is back. Totem Pole Nation, faith, family, football, and the future of content creation. We are here, week 2, Saturday. We got a full slate today of preseason football, a full day. Right now, we got the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson, EA Sports, Electronic Arts, Madden NFL 25, which got released this week. By the way, I heard it was a great game to play versus Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons. That's the games we have right now. We have a big slate of games today, but also today's topic is the Los Angeles Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers fans must know about the 2024 NFL season, which the first game of the year is on September 8th, when we have the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Baltimore Ravens. So we have multiple games today of NFL preseason football. The first game is the Baltimore Ravens, John Harbaugh, Lamar Jackson versus Raheem Morris and the Atlanta Falcons and Kirk Cousins. We are almost there. Tell us how you feel about the NFL preseason football. Are y'all ready for NFL season to come back? Are y'all ready for the NFL season to return? Are you ready for the NFL season to come back? Not today's the only game. We also have the Bengals and Joe Burrow versus the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams. We also have the Giants versus the Texans, Daniel Jones and CJ Stroud. We also have the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Detroit Lions. We also have the Vikings versus the Browns. We also have Buffalo versus the Steelers, the Commanders versus the Dolphins, the Colts versus the Chargers, the Seahawks versus the Titans, the Jets versus the Panthers, the Rams versus the Chargers, the Bucks versus Jacksonville, and the Dallas Cowboys versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Star Grove. Lambo, what's good? What's the good word? You know what the good word is. The good word is NFL. NFL preseason football. That is the good word of what happened. Star Grove, thank you for tuning in. This is for you, Star Grove. Star Grove, that is for you. We are in NFL preseason football, EA Sports, Electronic Arts, Madden NFL 25. We are tuning in to the Atlanta Falcons versus the Baltimore Ravens preseason game. The Los Angeles Chargers and Jim Harbaugh, SoFi Stadium, Justin Herbert. What should the Los Angeles Chargers know about the 2024 NFL season? What y'all should know about the NFL 2024 season for the Los Angeles Chargers fans is that you will be successful. Here's why you'll be successful. Jim Harbaugh, former Michigan head coach, former Stanford head coach, former San Francisco 49ers head coach. Stargrove says the Dirty Birds versus the Ratbirds. The Dirty Birds versus the Ratbirds. Wow, Stargrove. Wow. That's a great matchup. That's a great matchup, Stargrove. That's a great matchup. That's great. Thank you for mentioning that. The Dirty Birds versus the Ratbirds. Are the Baltimore Ravens the Dirty Birds and the Atlanta Falcons the Ratbirds? The Los Angeles Chargers. Here's what y'all should expect. Jim Harbaugh knows how to turn around a program so fast. Look what he did with the 49ers. He turned that team in 3 years to 2 NFC championship games and a Super Bowl appearance in 3 years. He took the guy by the name of Colin Kaepernick, a 4th, 5th round pick out of Nevada, to a Super Bowl. So some of you fans out there have been wondering what the Chargers are going to be like. Stargrove says, I heard the Ravens call ratbirds by longtime Browns fans. The Cleveland Browns. Stargrove, will the Cleveland Browns beat the Baltimore Ravens this year? Will the Cleveland Browns beat the Baltimore Ravens this year, Stargrove? Los Angeles Chargers fans should not panic. People that don't know football shouldn't panic. Well, the Chargers are going to have a down year. Are you a down year? Because Justin Herbert is hurt. Everybody gets hurt in training camp. Justin Herbert going to be back week 1. Look what the Chargers did in the draft. You got Joe O out of Notre Dame. You got plenty of wide. I know you gave away Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. You're still a legit team. You got J.K. Dobbins, the running back spot. I know you're playing in the AFC West, but the Chargers are better than the Raiders, and they're better than the Broncos right now. Who do the Chargers have to worry about in the AFC West? Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and Travis Kelce, and the Kansas City Chiefs is what the Chargers have to worry about. That's all they have to worry about. They're going to have a down year. Justin Herbert is way more talented than Colin Kaepernick. Now, I know the NFL was different back when Jim Harbaugh was there in 2011 versus now. It's a definitely different game where you can't hit the quarterback. But let me tell you something about those Chargers, man. And I'm going to say it. Do not be surprised if the Chargers win 11 games. I'm not sitting up here saying they're going to win the AFC West. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm not sitting up here and telling y'all they're going to win the AFC West. I said that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win the AFC West. But do not be surprised if they win 11 games in the AFC. Don't be surprised if they're the 2nd or 3rd seed. Because I'm going to tell you the formula of the Los Angeles Chargers. Stargrove says, good question. Every time that I bet against the Browns, I end up losing. I do hope the Bengals take down the Browns this year, if Joe Burrow can stay healthy. But the Cleveland Browns have had a top defense in the past. Last year, they had a top 2, top 3 defense in the NFL. They had a top 2, top 3 defense in the NFL. So we'll see what happens between the Bengals and the Browns. Joe Burrow and Deshaun Watson in the AFC North and EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden NFL 25. We are going to see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, the Los Angeles Chargers are going to be fine. The Los Angeles Chargers are going to be straight. I'm going to tell you why, because I'm going to tell you the Los Angeles Chargers pattern. I'm going to tell you the pattern, and I'm going to tell you their formula. Here's what the formula is. Don't put the game, don't put 100% of your offense on Justin Herbert. What I mean by that is what the great Greg Roman as an offensive coordinator, what he did with Jim Harbaugh and the 49ers, they're going to be physical and run the football. They are going to be physical and run the ball. That's what's going to happen. Be physical and run the ball, burn clock, and play legit defense. It's the Michigan Wolverines formula. It's the Michigan Wolverines formula. You got Justin Herbert, you got great talent. He can throw the ball, he can sling it. But that's going to be their formula. MG, hope they take down the Chiefs. MG, thank you for tuning in to Totem Pole Nation. Faith, family, football, and the future of content creation. MG, how many times will the Los Angeles Chargers beat the Kansas City Chiefs? They play each other twice in the same division. How many times will they beat the Chiefs? How many times will they beat the Chiefs? MG, Hezzy, Z8. Yo, Hezzy, Z8, and MG, thank you for tuning in to Total Pole Nation. This is for y'all. MG says maybe once this year. I agree with you, MG. Hezzy Z8 says, have you been playing EA Sports Electronic Arts College Football 25? Yes, I have. Yes, Hezzy Z8. I have been playing EA Sports Electronic Arts College Football 25. Yes, I have. EA Sports Electronic Arts College Football 25 is the most sold game, the most played game in all of America. Yes, Hezzy Z8. Thank you for asking that question. Thank you. Now, going back to the Los Angeles Chargers. Right? The formula is they're going to burn clock, time of possession. They're going to play time of possession and play defense. Can Justin Herbert throw the ball? Yeah, he can throw the ball. But you don't really need to put the game in his hands like that. Because what worked at Michigan the last 3 years of why Michigan won 12 games in a row the last 3 years. The formula was the run game and the defense. The Los Angeles Chargers are going to beat you at the line of scrimmage. Now, I know that Michigan and the Los Angeles Chargers in the NFL is a lot different. But I'm gonna tell you this. Jim Harbaugh wants to beat you at the line of scrimmage. They'll throw the ball. Now, they'll throw the ball more than they did at Michigan because you got Justin Herbert. So you got to be able to throw the ball more. But the formula for the Chargers is time of possession. They're going to have, I think they're going to have a top 15 defense. I'm not going to sit here and say they're going to have a top 10. Respectfully, until we see them play on the field, I will give them a top 15 defense. Their defense is going to be in the top 15. Now, I'm going to look at their schedule right now. Their schedule, I wouldn't say it's kind of easy, but it's not that tough. Week 1, at home against the Raiders, Antonio Pierce. The starting quarterback position is going to be between Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell. They got Devontae Adams. They lost Josh Jacobs. I think the Raiders will have a great defense. I'm not trusting the Raiders quarterbacks to beat Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert. So, in that game, the Chargers go 1-0. Number 2, the Chargers are at the Carolina Panthers on Sunday. At Carolina. Dave Canales, the new head coach. Bryce Young, the quarterback out of Alabama, Crimson Tide. They got Adam Thielen. But can we be honest? The Panthers are going to be bad again. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and say this is a cakewalk. David Dowd. What's up, Lambo? David Dowd, thank you for tuning in to Totem Pole Nation. Los Angeles Chargers, SoFi Stadium, Justin Herbert, Jim Harbaugh, the NFL season, EA Sports Electronic Arts, Madden NFL 25, the AFC West, David Dowd. This is for you. David Dowd, how is your day? Thank you for tuning in to Totem Pole Nation. Thank you for tuning in to Totem Pole Nation. We love you and we appreciate you. Now, going back to the schedule, week 2 at Carolina will be a W. Until the offensive line improves, they're going to learn a whole new offense. The defense has traded away Brian Burns to New York Giants for a couple draft picks. Their secondary, I just don't know. You're going to have to ask the man from South Carolina, Brandon Toms. That's what you're going to have to ask about the Carolina Panthers. They're going to lose that game. The Chargers will go 2-0 and beat Carolina at Carolina. David Dow says, I'm doing good. How about yourself? I am doing great because NFL season is back. NFL season is back, and we are here to create content because Total Pole Nation is all about faith, family, football, and the future of content creation. For members and subscribers of Totem Pole Nation, we are going to help you achieve your dreams. We help others, we change lives, and we build champions. That right there is Totem Pole Nation because y'all are the greatest teammates of all time. All right, week 3 at Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh Steelers defense will be legit. The problem that I have and the problem that the man from Seoul has is the quarterbacks. Is Russell Wilson and Justin Herbert better? Was Russell Wilson and Justin Fields better than Justin Herbert? And the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be coming off 2 tough games at the Atlanta Falcons, at Denver, and then they got to play the Chargers. Now, they only got one number 1 receiver in George Pickens. They traded Deontay Johnson to the Carolina Panthers. The offense they got is Arthur Smith as the offensive coordinator, but they don't use Najee Harris the correct way. So I would not be surprised if Najee Harris is not being used right, and he needs to go somewhere else, by the way. So I think the Chargers will start off the season 3-0. MG says the Chargers and the Broncos are the teams that will improve in that division. If the Broncos, Sean Payton, EA Sports, Electronic Arts, Madden NFL 25, if the Broncos will improve if Bo Nix is their starting quarterback, not Zach Wilson, not Jarrett Stidham. If the Broncos start Bo Nix, they'll improve. Bo Nix has been in college for 6 years? Yeah. Bo Nix has been in college for 6 years. So let's look at it from a perspective. Bo Nix has been in college for 6 years, learned a pro-style offense. He was 2 years at Auburn and 4 years at Oregon. So I think Bo Nix is the most ready rookie NFL quarterback. The Chargers will definitely improve as well, as I'm going through the schedule right now. So the Kansas City Chiefs are going to have their hands full. That brings us to week 4. At home against Kansas City is a primetime game. The Chargers are at home. Jake Summers is in the house. Jake Summers says, no, Raiders will do that. Jake Summers, I thank you for tuning in to Totem Pole Nation. I thank you for your comment. Jake Summers says, no, the Raiders will do that. Do what? Jake Summers, what would the Raiders do with the quarterbacks that they have in Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew? Are they better than Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs? Are they better than Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers? Are they better than Bo Nix, Mile High Stadium, the Denver Broncos, EA Sports, Electronic Arts, Madden NFL 25? Are they better than that? Jake Summers says, no one's recognizing the newly stacked D, the stacked defense. Jake Summers, put in the comments why you think your defense of the Raiders is great. And I'm not going to question that. I question Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew. And I wouldn't be surprised if Devontae Adams goes to the Jets, gets traded to the Jets to play for Aaron Rodgers. But Jake Summers, this is for you. Week 4. Jake Summers says starts with Max Crosby. Who else do they have? MG says Crosby is a beast for the Raiders. I agree. MG and Jake Summers, thank you for commenting for Totem Pole Nation. I definitely agree with you. He is a beast. But they don't have a quarterback. Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew in the AFC West versus Bo Nix versus Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert. The Raiders will be picking somewhere in the top 7. I don't know about the top 5 because there's a couple worse teams than the Las Vegas Raiders. So they'll be picking somewhere in the top 5. Week 4 against the Chiefs. I think they'll beat the Chiefs at home. I think from what we've seen from the Chiefs, they always struggle in the early part of the season. They always struggle. So I think the Chargers will start the season off 4-0. They're gonna split the Chargers 1-1. They're gonna split with the Chiefs 1-1. They're not beating the Chiefs twice. They're gonna split 1-1. So I think the Chargers beat the Kansas City Chiefs at home, and that puts them at 4-0. Now the Chargers are at Denver week 5. If Bo Nix is their starting quarterback, I'm gonna take them as an L right here at Mile High Stadium. The atmosphere is going to be loud. It's going to be very tough. Despite how good or bad the Denver Broncos are, it's hard to play at Denver. So the Chargers will lose at the Broncos. That'll put them at 4-1. The Chargers versus the Cardinals on October 21st. I think it's week 6. Now, Pumas Colliman 3 says the Bears are going to the NFC Championship game. Pumas Colliman 3. I appreciate your comment. Thank you for tuning in to Totem Pole Nation. But the Chicago Bears are definitely not going to the NFC Championship game. The Chicago Bears are better than the 49ers. Are they better than the Green Bay Packers, the Detroit Lions, the Philadelphia Eagles? Pumas. That's a long shot. Talking about the Bears going to answer. Ooh, it's a long shot. Jake Summers says Hobbs is going to be a great at cornerback as well. I like Hobbs. I just don't like the quarterback situation. Pullman says Lions, yes. Eagles, overrated. Pumas and Jake Summers and everybody here at Totem Pole Nation, this is for y'all. Totem Pole Nation, Totem Pole Nation. I will be back in 5 seconds. I got to go check on my food. Jake Summers says, I trust O'Connell. He only had a half a year so far. Let him play. Totem Pole Nation, I got to check on Totem Pole Nation's double cheeseburger that is cooking in the oven. So I'll be back in 5 seconds. All right, Totem Pole Nation, we are back. We are back, Totem Pole Nation. I just burnt the bacon in the oven. But I like my bacon burnt and extra crispy when it comes to putting bacon on the burger. Now, Jake Summers says, I trust Aiden O'Connell. He's only had a half a year so far. Let him play. How does Jake Summers, let me ask you this. How does Devontae Adams feel about that? How does Devontae Adams feel about Aiden O'Connell being the starter? Would you rather have Gardner Minshew, who did well for the Colts that nobody talked about? Why Aiden O'Connell? Why so much faith in Aiden O'Connell? Why so much faith in Aiden O'Connell? Week 5 or week 6 against the Cardinals. Kyler Murray. Jake Summers says Adams might not have confidence in him yet, but O'Connell had more wins than Carr during his half. I don't think Derek Carr was a bad quarterback. You just had a bad head coach. You had a bad head coach. I don't think you had a bad team. You had a bad head coach that didn't fit the system. Josh McDaniels that tried to be Bill Belichick. You just had the wrong coach. Frosty's in the house. Frosty says, yo. Frosty, thank you for tuning in to Totem Pole Nation. Frosty, this is for you. Jake Summers says, I see that, but Carr got scared ever since his injury. JM, thank you for commenting, JM. JM says, McDaniels is a good OC, but a bad head coach. Yeah, he's proven that twice already. Failed with the Denver Broncos and failed with the Las Vegas Raiders. He'll probably never coach football again because the Raiders still owe him money, so there's really no need for him to coach football ever again. So, yeah, I agree. McDaniels is a great offensive coordinator, but everybody can't be Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, 8-time Super Bowl champion, 2 as defensive coordinator under Bill Parcells and New York Giants, and a 6-time Super Bowl champion as the head coach of the New England Patriots. JM says Mac Jones was a Pro Bowler under him. Somebody would take a gamble. I mean, he wasn't a Pro Bowl, but I wouldn't call him a Pro Bowler after 1 year. That's kind of tough. I wouldn't call him a Pro Bowler after 1 year. He had one great year, and then he was inconsistent the next three. So, I mean, I would say JM, he went to the Pro Bowl. I just wouldn't call him a Pro Bowler. That's tough. Chiefs gamer. Hey Lambo, long time no see. It's me, Chiefs. It's me, Chiefs. Chiefs gamer. This is for you.
Chiefs is in the house.
That's for you, Chiefs gamer. H2W says Mac Jones can be a serviceable backup. That is his ceiling. Mac Jones out of the University of Alabama Crimson Tide is backing up Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars, which he's a former quarterback out of Clemson University, the Clemson Tigers. H2W says, hail to the Chiefs. Hezzy Z8 says W stream. Hezzy Z8 says W stream. Hezzy Z8, thank you. Because we believe in faith, family, football, and the future of content creation. So Hezzy, thank you for saying it's a W stream because we are better than Barstool, we're better than ESPN, and we're better than Fox. So thank you, Hezzy, for your comment. JM says, yeah, because McDaniels was gone after the first year. He had a bad DC and special teams coach calling plays afterwards. True, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Like I said, Gerard Mayo and New England Patriots, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. I wish we didn't fire Bill Belichick. I wasn't pleased about it. But, I mean, the New England Patriots don't care about me. I love Bill Belichick. I didn't want him fired. JM says the point wasn't that Mac Jones was great. It was that McDaniels maximized what he was. Yeah, he did. But like I said, it just wasn't enough. At the end of the day, it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. All right, so I'm at week 6. Thank you for the comments. Hezzy ZA said, what is your favorite team to use on College Football 25? I'm doing a Colorado Dynasty right now. I'm in year 3. So I'm using Colorado for Dynasty. I hadn't been doing any exhibition games as of lately. I've been coaching football, AAU, 14U, offense coordinator, and I've been working every day. So I had not had much time to play the game at all. So right now, I would say Colorado is my favorite team to use on EA Sports, Electronic Arts, Madden, and EA Sports, Electronic Arts, College Football 25 will be the Colorado Buffaloes, Coach Prime, Travis Hunter, Shador Sanders, and Shiloh Sanders. JM says Mayo is only going to be there to tank. He'll be gone in 2 years. Hezzy ZA says, oh, I feel you. Coaching is a grind. I love coaching. It's all about the kids. It's all about the kids. And I am a Troy Taylor guy. It's all about the kids. It's all about the community. It's all about the kids. The grind part comes with it, but it's fun. Jake Summers says, any thoughts on the A's following the Raiders to Vegas? It's all about money. It's all about money. I look at it like that from perspective, Jake Summers. It's all about money. Everybody needs to get paid. Everything is about money. It's an economy that we're living right now. It's all about a business. It's all about the business. It's just what it is. So I think it's a great move business wise, but everything's about money. But are the A's even good at baseball, or have they stumped the last 2 years? Because I don't watch the MLB like that no more. I don't think the MLB is worth watching to the World Series or the playoffs, just because MLB baseball is a very long season. Hezzy Z8 says that's all that matters is the kids. Yes. NFL football. The Los Angeles Chargers. Justin Herbert, Jim Harbaugh, EA Sports Electronic Arts, Madden NFL 25. It is all about the kids. Yes. It is all about the kids. Jake Summer says, no, we ain't been shit for years. Ah, well. Are the A's ever going to be good though? So what is so give me your thoughts on this. What is the point of what's the point of the A's moving to Vegas with the Raiders if they ain't winning years? Are they are they are they all of a sudden gonna win? Are they all of a sudden just gonna win? I just want to know. I just want to know if they're just gonna win all of a sudden. Can they win? Can they win? Nathan says Nathan Freefall, thank you for tuning in to the stream. Nathan says Raiders and A's taking it all on upcoming seasons. Nathan Treefall. Thank you for tuning in to Total Pole Nation. Nathan Treefall. This is for you. Jake Summers says the Raiders weren't a winning team either when they moved, so I doubt it. Nathan Treefall says, don't worry, Jake. We will come back. Hezzy Z8 says, do y'all scrimmage teams on AAU? Yes, we have a scrimmage next week or next Saturday at Dory Park against the Henrico Titans. So yes, we do have a scrimmage, and then the week after that, on August 31st, uh, we we have our first game. So our first season starts on August 31st. Our scrimmage is next week. Nathan Treefall says I'm joking about my Raiders as we blow sadly. Jake Summers says, LOL, true Nathan. All right, Totem Pole Nation. Totem Pole Nation. We got these burgers cooking up right here. We got some bacon. We got some burgers. Hazy says, oh, I hope y'all do good. T Mac is in the house. T Mac, what it do? What is good, T Mac? T Mac, thank you for tuning in to Totem Pole Nation. T Mac, this is for you. Thank you for tuning in, T Mac. What it do? I hope y'all having a great day so far at Total Pole Nation. Total Pole Nation headquarters. We have some bacon. We're chopping up some burgers. That is going to be our meal. That is our meal for today. Hezzy ZA says, what it do, flight crew? FTC flight team, please stand up. T-Mac says, appreciated boss. So we are setting up some burgers. We are setting up some burgers for lunch. NFL preseason football. We are setting some things up. We are chopping some things up. So we got some hamburger buns. You know, you gotta get right with them hamburger buns. Y'all's gonna get got the juicy hamburger patty. Always get that great hamburger patty. Justin Melly is in the house. Justin Melly says, did you cook bacon and burgers in the oven? Yes, I did, because I don't have a grill. Yes, Justin Melly. Justin Melly, thank you for tuning into the stream. I don't have a grill. And as you can see up here, we are we are getting renovations on the house. So that's why I'm cooking it in the oven. I don't got nowhere else to cook it. Except maybe the air fryer. Hezzy says, burgers look gas. Justin Melly says, if so, total bush meat. And then we got some bacon. Y'all is gonna have bacon. And you want your bacon burnt. It's gotta be burnt. Burnt bacon. Hezzy ZA says, do you put toppings besides bacon? Yeah. It depends on what I'm feeling that day. Justin Melly says, what are they renovating at the house? Drywall, the drywall downstairs, and the carpets. Drywall and the carpets upstairs and downstairs because we had some type of leakage in our house. So it's been 8 months, and They said they'll fix it sometime soon, but uh, the insurance company is being the insurance company, so it's gonna be a while. It might be a month until everything gets fixed. Might be a while. Totem pole nation, faith, family, football, and the future of content creation. Faith, family, football, and the future of content creation. We got some burgers for NFL preseason football. NFL preseason football. All right, we are back into the room upstairs. We about to be back into the room upstairs and talk about some NFL football. Justin Millie, what are they renovating at the house? I didn't answer your question. Um, the drywall, and they got to replace all the carpets because of a flood that happened back in um, January. They still haven't fixed the house. So, bathroom shut down and everything. So, it will be a while. All right, back to the Los Angeles Chargers. Back to the Los Angeles Chargers. All right, so what I say, they're gonna be 5-1 after week 6 when they beat the Cardinals. So I think right here, Chargers at Arizona in week 6, they'll beat them. Jonathan Gannon still has to rebuild the team. Kyler Murray is coming off an injury. And I'm not sure what type of Chargers team we're gonna get. Chargers are gonna be 5-1 after week 6. Week 7, at home against the Saints. Saints have a great defense. How good is Derek Carr going to be? Their defense is getting older. They still got Cam Jordan. They still got Tyrann Mathieu. At the end of the day, I think the Chargers will pull off the win. They'll be 6-1. Now, Chargers at the Browns. I'm going to give the win to the Cleveland Browns here. Cleveland Browns have an elite, efficient defense. I like what Kevin Stefanski is doing. But the Chargers are going to have a tough one against the Browns. The Browns have a top 5 defense in the NFL. They had a top 5 defense in the NFL last year. So I'm going to give that win to the Cleveland Browns. The Chargers will be 6-2. Week 9, at home against the Titans. Who is starting at quarterback? Is it going to be Will Levis or is it going to be Malik Willis? So the quarterback situation at Tennessee is not as great. DeAndre Hopkins is the only receiver they got in with the Titans. I think the Chargers go 7-2 as they beat the Chargers at home, as they beat the Titans at home. Week 8, Bengals at the Chargers. Chargers would drop that one against the Bengals. I think the Bengals will be hot. I think the Bengals will be hot at the end of the season. So they'll be 7-3. Gators in the house. Gator says, "What's up, Lambo?" Gators is for you.
Gator is in the house.
Gator, thank you for tuning in to Totem Pole Nation. Love you. Appreciate you. Gator, how was your day? How was your week at work? And how was the kids? Paul says, what would the past record be after week 6? 3-3. 3-3 after week 6. Fuego says, Russia. Fuego, thank you for tuning in to Totem Pole Nation. Fuego, this is for you and for everybody that's on the stream right now. Week 10 or 11. Oh, the Harbaugh Bowl. I think it's on. It's not on Thanksgiving. It might be a Thursday night or a Monday night football game. The Harbaugh Bowl. Ravens at the Chargers. I'm going to take the Ravens to beat the Chargers here. I think the Raiders are the best. The Ravens are the best regular season team. I think the Chargers going to have a little bit of a losing streak here. So I think the Chargers would drop to 7-3 or 7-4 with the loss at the Ravens. It's going to be a dome game, and I think Lamar Jackson's going to go off. Week 12, they're at the Falcons. I think the Falcons have a legit defense. They got Matt Judon from the Patriots for a third-round draft pick. They got great secondary. They got Kirk Cousins, Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Kyle Pitts. It's going to be a tough battle. They're at Atlanta. I think the Chargers lose that one. They'll drop to 7-4, I think, or 7-5. Then 7-4. Gator says everybody is good over my way, and yes, a long week at work. That Florida Heat has been rough. Gator, you said that Florida Heat's been rough. Gator also says, glad to see everyone's back for a little while. Well, I'm out coaching football on the weekend until games start. So the weekend is going to be a time where I make content. Gator, how do you feel about the Florida Gators? 2 weeks away until they play Miami. How do you feel about the Florida Gators at EA Sports, Electronic Arts, College Football 25? Excuse me. EA Sports, Electronic Arts, Madden NFL 25. How do you feel about the Florida Gators? Week 13? No, week 14. At Kansas City. That's an L. It's an L because the Chargers cannot play in cold weather. Gator says, ready to see what they're about. I will be able to tell from the first or second game. I'll be able to tell by the first game. Excuse me. Because Graham Mertz is not that great of a quarterback. I'll tell by the first game. Week 14 at the Chiefs is an L, so they'll be 8-5. Either 7-5 or 8-5. The Bucks against the Chargers will be a W at home. That's 9-5 at the week 15. Broncos and Chargers That's going to be a W. They'll split. They'll be 10-4 or 5. Chargers against the Patriots. That's going to be an L. That's 10-6. And the Chargers at the Raiders, 11-6. So I have the Chargers in this schedule losing to the Chiefs, losing to the Browns, losing to the Ravens, the Falcons, and the Patriots. But the Los Angeles Chargers will be second in the AFC West. That is who I have. And that is what's going to happen. Hezzy Z8 says Florida has too much locker room problems. There's O-line is not good at all. Their QBs are not great, and their defensive line is trash. Gator says, nope, I want Lagway. Gator says, I agree. What does Florida have to do, Gator, and anybody in this chat? What does Florida have to do to be successful again? Should Florida fire Billy Napier? Who's going to be Florida's next head coach? Who is going to be Florida's next head coach? Hezzy Z8 just says they need a new coach. What else? What about the transfer portal? Do you think Florida needs guys from the transfer portal? Also, Hezzy Z8 and Gator, the Florida Gators have the toughest schedule in all of college football. The Florida Gators have the toughest schedule in college football. Hezzy Z8 says, yeah, but the right guys. They need not people that will come in and get in trouble. Everybody gets in trouble. Look at Georgia. Look at Georgia and Kirby Smart. Look at Georgia and Kirby Smart. Everybody gets in trouble. Everybody gets in trouble. It's not just Florida. Georgia get in trouble too. Georgia, Kirby Smart just cut somebody off a team because I think he got a DUI or something. Some type of charge. Gator says we need Urban Meyer back. Urban Meyer damn near ain't coming out of retirement. Urban Meyer is not coming out of retirement. Urban Meyer is not coming out of retirement. His heart ain't gonna be able to handle it. If his heart was able to handle it, he'll be at Ohio State right now. So I don't think Urban Meyer's heart can handle it. Paul says Pat's record. Same shit I said every day. 8-9. 8-9. Gators says maybe a 6-6 season. I hope. Huh? They might be 5-7. Florida. They might be 5-7. They play every. They play every good team in the SEC. Hezzy ZH says, I know, but Georgia is Georgia is successful. Okay, can I ask? I appreciate your comment. Can um can I ask what your point is? Can I ask what your point is? So Florida's not successful right now. They get guys in trouble, but I mean, Florida and Georgia aren't the only teams that get players in trouble. Every organization in college football gets in trouble. It's every organization, but they're successful. Can you break it down a little bit more to tell me what's the difference between Florida and Georgia? Because they're successful and Florida's not. I mean, I need a little bit more depth into that. Gator says nope. No on what? Them being 5-7, or players getting in trouble. Hezzy ZH says, I know, but Georgia has a winning mindset. That's dedication. Michigan has a winning mindset. Alabama has a winning mindset. Uh, Texas has a winning mindset. Ole Miss has a winning mindset. There's multiple teams in college football that have a winning mindset, and players still get in trouble. That's just the nature of the game. They actually want to win. Hmm. That's true, but there's also other programs that want to win as well. Gator says trouble. We're just in the trenches with Napier. His job is on the line this year, so you better do something with it. But that relates back to our schedule. Hezzy ZH says, but with Georgia, if there's a projected first round corner got in trouble, they got another guy that's a pro cornerback. Hold up. Hold up, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. If you watch the press conferences from Kirby Smart, if you watch the press conference from Kirby Smart and the defensive coordinator, they said that they have no depth. They're not ready to play. They got no depth. Go back and watch what Kirby Smart said in that press conference. And the Georgia defensive coordinator. They got no depth. Now, I don't know if that's a setup to try to say they're not as good as they think they are so that teams can think Georgia's not as good. But I know he said as of now they're not ready to play yet. So, I mean, every team goes through that. But just be careful about Georgia. Be careful about Georgia. I'm not saying Georgia's going to have a downfall. But the goal is championships. And then I think what Kirby Smart is trying to say is that Georgia's not a championship team just yet. As of today. They might be a championship team in December, but now, no. But nobody's a championship team in August and September. It comes down in November. Aaron O'Connell says, when will Sarah Blake Sheik be on? Soon. Aaron O'Connell, thank you for your comment. I appreciate you. She'll be on soon. Hezzy Z8 says, they got so much talent on the roster, they don't have to deal with that shit. I disagree. Hezzy Z8 says they're on that process like every other team. Yes. Right like that. Yes. The process. The process. It's all about the process. Yes. It's all about the process. Hezzy Z8 says they have about 4 Pro Bowl. They have about 4 Pro Bowl. Excuse me. They have about 4 pro tight ends on the roster. We talk about 4 of those tight ends to you're talking about 4 tight ends. Excuse me. 4 tight ends that can replace Brock Bowers. Paul says, what is the process? Here's the process. The process is take life one day at a time. And that's kind of how I look at the process. Take life one day at a time. You can't get to the weekend until you go through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That's what the process is. Process is one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, whatever mindset you have. Sorry, my bad, chat. Sorry, I apologize. Hezzy says if they just keep their head up and work. Paul says, good answer. Hezzy Z8 says, I didn't say they're like Bowers level, but they're elite. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how Georgia is gonna be elite wise. Chat, everybody that is tuning into the stream, at Totem Pole Nation, what is y'all's expectations of the Los Angeles Chargers? What is y'all expectations for Jim Harbaugh? What's y'all expectations for Justin Herbert? What is y'all's opinion on the Los Angeles Chargers? Will they make the playoffs? Gator says, heard through the grapevine, Florida will go after Dan Enos from Arkansas Razorbacks. Apparently, he's been serving an off-the-field role as we speak. So, Billy Napier is definitely getting fired. Is Billy Napier going to get fired at the end of the year, or is Billy Napier going to get fired after week 5? Are they going to fire him in the middle of the season or wait till the end of the season? Hezzy ZH says, and Carson Beck is really good. I don't want to say somebody's good after 1 year. It's kind of like the Mac when you brought up the Mac when somebody in the chat brought up the Mac Jones situation of Josh McDaniels made him good year 1. I don't want to say a quarterback or anybody's good year 1. I gotta look at it longevity wise, like how good can he be consistently and long term is just kind of how I look at it when it comes to quarterbacks. Not just quarterbacks, but any player. Any player that I look at how consistent they could be. He's played 1 year, so I don't want to say he's a Heisman candidate. Like, it's kind of what people are saying in Virginia Tech about Kyron Jones. Well, Virginia Tech's going to win 9 games. They're going to win the ACC. I don't see that yet. I don't see that yet. I got to see it. I got to see it for myself. I got to see how consistent can Georgia be. Because, like I said, Stetson Bennett was that guy. He was that guy. So, Gator says, I believe it will happen if it's meant to be first mid-end of season. All I know is that Florida alumni isn't happy. You know why the Florida alumni isn't happy? You know why? Because you fired Dan Mullen after 1 bad year. But the man took it to an SEC championship game during COVID. The year that nobody wants to talk about, that COVID year. He took it. He took it to the SEC championship game. Y'all had Kyle Pitts, Kyle Trask, and I know that roster was loaded. Now AR5, I don't think AR5 was that damn good. Now I know Billy Napier wasn't there when AR5 was. I think it was Billy Napier's first year, if I'm correct. But y'all hit the panic button. It's like y'all. It's like when it comes to college football. It's like when these programs fire their coaches, they want somebody to build the program in 24 hours, like they're Urban Meyer. But nobody's ever going to be Urban Meyer. Nobody's ever going to be Nick Saban. There's like in the Grand and 617 says, there's levels to this shit. There's levels to this shit. Yeah. There's levels to this shit. There's levels. So Urban Meyer and Nick Saban, college football wise, there's levels. That goes with every college program around America. I think Nebraska's going to do well. You know why? If they keep Matt Rule around for the next 3 to 4 years and let him build a program, they're going to be fine. Gator says, oh yeah, speaking facts. Gator says, definitely levels. There's always levels to something. There's always levels to certain things. It's like NFL, EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden NFL 25. Bill Belichick. Like Bill Belichick says. Or excuse me, not like Bill Belichick says. But Bill Belichick and everybody else in the NFL. Well, you can put Andy Reid up there. Andy Reid. Bill Belichick and Andy Reid. Everybody else, it's kind of like right here. Maybe you could put Sean McVay up there. Maybe John Harbaugh. They both got Super Bowl rings. But NFL-wise, ain't nobody greater than Bill Belichick and Andy Reid right now. Right now, it's Andy Reid. Bill Belichick is either going to be in retirement or Bill Belichick might come back to the NFL next year. I wouldn't be surprised if Bill Belichick comes back and maybe coaches the Dallas Cowboys. Levels to life. This guy right here says high total poll sub. This is for you. Thank you for your comment, but I'm not going to say that name because it's very inappropriate for Totem Pole Nation. Very inappropriate for Totem Pole Nation. So, chat, who is going to win the Super Bowl this year? Who is y'all Super Bowl favorites? Will the Kansas City Chiefs have a three-peat? Will the Kansas City Chiefs be the first team to win 3 straight Super Bowls? Or will the Los Angeles Chargers and or the Cincinnati Bengals stop that from happening? Those are my 2 teams that I said that would be a threat to the Chiefs. Is the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Why am I leaving the Baltimore Ravens out? Just because the Baltimore Ravens have been there before. But it's like every time you vote for them, the Baltimore Ravens always find a way to let you down. They always find a way to let you down. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if the Chargers, the Los Angeles Chargers, make the AFC Championship game against the Chiefs or against the Bengals. And we got a lot of games of preseason football. So the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens are at halftime right now. So I just switched to the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Bears right now. Make sure y'all double tap the screen. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Totem Pole Nation. Totem Pole Nation is all about faith, family, football, and the future of content creation. For members and subscribers of Totem Pole Nation, we are going to help you achieve your dreams. Our mission is to help others. Our mission is to change lives and to build champions. That is our Totem Pole mission. Help others, change lives, and build champions. That is our mission. Faith, family, football, and the future of content creation. The Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow. The Chicago Bears, and Caleb Williams. The second game of the day is on right now, all on NFL Network. A lot of games today on NFL Network. It's a lot of games on NFL Network today. A lot of games. A lot. Right now we got the Atlanta Falcons, Kirk Cousins versus Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens, and we have The Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow versus the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams. And we also have the New York Giants and Daniel Jones versus CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans. So we have 3 games going on at the same time right now. 3 games on. The Falcons and the Ravens. The Ravens are up 7-3 at halftime against the Falcons. Bengals and Bears game just started, is at 0-0. We also have the Giants versus the Texans right now, which is 7-0 Houston with 7 minutes left in the first quarter. So there's a lot of football. There's a lot of football that is being played right now. Plenty of football is being watched. We are excited because the NFL season is back. The 2024 NFL season, and those Los Angeles Chargers fans, I'm very excited for y'all. SoFi Stadium, by the way, is what the Los Angeles Rams and the Chargers do play in the same stadium, just in case y'all didn't know that. But I'm so excited for the Los Angeles Chargers fans. I am so excited for Justin Herbert. I am so excited for Jim Harbaugh because they're going to make some noise this year. Whether you like it or not, they will make some noise this year. By the way, I'm going to do this now. I'm going to tell you the top 7 teams. I'm going to tell you the top 7 teams in the AFC that will make the playoffs this year. The top 7 teams in the AFC that will make the playoffs. And it's going to be a random order. I'm not going 1st to 7th. It's going to be random order. Kansas City Chiefs, Baltimore Ravens, Cincinnati Bengals, Los Angeles Chargers, Buffalo Bills. That's 5. Maybe the Houston Texans. The schedule's gonna be tough. I mean, it's either the Houston Texans or Jacksonville, depending on how good Jacksonville is. I think right now I'm gonna take Houston just based off last year, and then the 7th team in the AFC. I am going to take. This will be a tough one. You know what? The 17 in the AFC that I'm going to take right now. The Jets. I'm going to say it again. Ravens going to make the playoffs. Chargers going to make the playoffs. Kansas City going to make the playoffs. Buffalo, Cincinnati, Houston, and the Jets. Or I could go to the Colts. We'll see. Now, the seven NFC teams. The 7 NFC teams that will make the playoffs. Give me the 49ers. Give me the Green Bay Packers, Rams, Detroit Lions, Philadelphia, Seattle, and Atlanta. I dropped buckets 23. Jets are going 9-5. That's 13 games. Wait, that's 14. There's 18 games in the NFL season. How they going 9-5? 9-5. It's just 18 games in a regular season, not 14. So what happened? I dropped buckets. What happened to the other 4 games? I mean 7. They're still missing one more game. There's 18 games, not 16, not 17, 18 games. So you can't go 9-7. You got to go 9-8 or 10-7. For the Jets, either got to go 9-8 or 10-7. They can't go 9-7 for 17 games. Well, 18 weeks. It's 18 weeks. So I mean, you can't tie records. You can't go 8-8 no more. You can't go 8-8 no more. So it's either they gotta be 8-9 or 9-8. Paul said 17 games. 17 games, 18 weeks. 18 weeks, 17 games. Same thing. So that means they have to have a losing record. Somebody's gotta have a losing record. It can't be no they can't be none of this 18 game stuff no more. 9-7 is only 16 games. So you're missing one more game. So they gotta go 9-8 or 10-7. With every team getting the bye week. Gator says 10-7. I Drop Bucket says I meant 7, but forgot there were 17 games. Coach Ball is in the house. Coach Ball and St. Pete rejuvenate. Coach Ball, how was your weekend, sir?
Good to see you, my main man. Hope all is well out there. Total Pole Nation. We are back. Lambo, how's the season going, my man?
We getting in locked in practice, and we got a scrimmage next week on Saturday, and then we got the first game on next Saturday during college football season. I don't know what time it's going to be, but August 31st is when football season is back for college. You got a lot of games. You got Virginia Tech and Vanderbilt. You got Texas and Colorado State. You got Notre Dame, A&M. And then also you got the WWE Bash in Berlin at the same damn time. So there's a lot of sports just coming around. I Drop Bucket says Coach Bald is more bald than my nutsack. Very inappropriate, but thank you for the comment. Thank you
Well,
for the
stop
comment.
trimming them
But
things up, man.
that's
That's
you
great.
gonna get sunburn on your head, Coach Ball. You gonna get sunburn on your head now.
Well,
How do you
stay
feel about football
tuned.
season, Coach Ball? How do you feel? I know you saw that draft that I did. I picked Christian McCaffrey at number 1, and I still got some good players. I drafted like number 4 in that NFL league that somebody put me on last minute. I drafted like number 4. They said Christian McCaffrey at 4. It's crazy. But like you said, you don't pick a quarterback in the first round. You got to pick a running back. The running back is the name of the game. So, Coach Ball, tell us about the fantasy football stuff. Tell us about it.
Dude, it's exciting. It's always changing. Somebody's value is always going up or they're going down. And I think it's just you try to find the people that are consistent. And Christian McCaffrey, if he's sitting there in the top 10 and he's available, you grab him. He's overall the number 1 without a doubt. I've seen him slide in some of these drafts. It's crazy, man. I'm seeing Aaron Rodgers sitting there in the last round of the draft. It's wild, man, but it's exciting. It's exciting stuff. I'm fired up about it. I'm going to be coming live to you guys here. I'm leaving here the beautiful sunny Florida, St. Petersburg, Florida. We're leaving here mañana, and we'll be checking in live from Las Vegas, home of the Oakland Raiders. I'm excited to get out to Vegas and see all my people in Vegas. I got the Cheeks out there, Miss Sarah Blake Cheek. I cannot wait to see her. Haven't seen her in about 6 to 8 months. She is Miss Vegas Cheeks now. I can't wait to see her. But yeah, we're going to talk a lot of football. I'm there for the CAC, the Cauliflower reunion. It's where all wrestling legends are. That's where they get to get their flowers at. I'm looking so fired up about that, man. Sting, I'm going to meet Sting out there. Kurt Angle, the man, the myth, the legend, broken neck gold medalist. I'm going to get to meet him. The Dudley Boys. Devon, go get the table. Dude, I'm fired up about it. And fired up about college football season. Heck, next week, this time, we're going to be talking about it. We got Florida State, Georgia Tech in Ireland. In
Mm.
Ireland. I can't wait for that. I know the late game, I want to say, is Nevada versus SMU. That's going to be the late game next Saturday. But dude, I'm fired up. I wanted to just come on for a second. You know, I'm busy. We gotta do some packing. We got some last things to do with St. Pete Rejuvenate. And yeah, man, we've been getting phone calls. I think Tom Brady might be coming in and getting some stuff done. He wants to look even younger than he is right now. So we might have him coming in our studio. We got to get him looking fantastic because he's got some games to call. But I just wanted to check in with you, Lambo. You are the man. I love you, the man, the myth, the legend. If you guys aren't following Lambo, look him up. He's all over social media. Give them your information, Lambo, so they can find you. But yeah, Total Pole Nation, I'm checking out. Just wanted to come in, give my kudos. We love you guys. Y'all know I've been dealing with a lot of hard stuff here lately, but hey, man, every day the sun comes up. You know what I mean? So love you guys. Stay blessed. And Lambo, love you, brother.
You have a great day, Coach Ball. So, Gator says Coach Ball. I Drop Bucket says W Coach Ball. Gator says Dudley Boys go all the way back. Yeah, I remember the Dudley Boys during the, not when they first came out, but they came back during the Vince McMahon era between 2010 and 2014. They were in some kind of a match that I remember the Dudley Boys. They came back and returned on Monday Night Raw. I forgot what year it was. Justin Melly says Coach Ball. So Coach Ball from St. Pete Rejuvenate. St. Pete Rejuvenate is the best. Tom Brady of the St. Pete Rejuvenate, our president of Totem Pole Nation, Coach Ball, stopped by, and Coach Ball is going to Vegas. Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas, Nevada is where you bet. Las Vegas, Nevada is where WrestleMania 41 is going to be at in April 19th through the 20th of 2025. Will Stone Cold Steve Austin return since he lives in Las Vegas, Nevada? Will he be there for WrestleMania 41? And the Las Vegas Raiders. Devontae Adams, Antonio Pierce, Max Crosby. Who will be the Las Vegas Raiders starting quarterback? Justin Medley. You are a diehard Raiders fan since the Al Davis era. Very long and loyal Raiders fan. Who is the Raiders starting quarterback? Will it be Aiden O'Connell? Or will it be Gardner Minshew? Gator says that would be wild if Stone Cold returns. Stone Cold returned at WrestleMania 38 in Dallas, Texas, and faced Kevin Owens. That was back in 2021. I didn't watch that WrestleMania. I did not. I was at King's Dominion that year, but that was 4 years ago. But he was at WrestleMania 38 and had a match with KO, Kevin Owens. So I wouldn't be surprised either, Gator, if Stone Cold 316 Steve Austin comes back. Cone on the bridge. Do a backflip. I have not been able to do a backflip since I dislocated my kneecap and broke my ankle playing football. I cannot do a backflip, and I won't do a backflip. But Cone on the bricks. Thank you for tuning in to Total Pole Nation. We appreciate you. This is for you. Come on, the brick says, damn, bro, I appreciate it anyways. That intro was for you, Conan the Bricks, because y'all are the best teammates of Totem Pole Nation. We believe in faith, family, football, and the future of content creation. And for members and subscribers of Totem Pole Nation, we believe that you'll be big-time live streamers. We believe that you'll be big-time YouTubers. We believe that you'll be big-time content creators. And for members and subscribers of Totem Pole Nation, we are going to help you achieve your dreams. We help others, we change lives, and we build champions. That is what we do here at Totem Pole Nation. Who is going to be the Las Vegas Raiders starting quarterback? Will it be Gardner Minshew or would it be Antonio Pierce? Gardner Minshew or not Antonio Pierce, Gardner Minshew or Aiden O'Connell. I apologize. Gardner Minshew or Aiden O'Connell. Who is their receivers besides Devontae Adams? Do they still have Jacoby Myers, a former New England Patriot? They got Michael Mayer. They drafted a tight end at number 9. Or is that Brock Bowers? Did Brock Bowers get drafted number 9 by the Raiders? I want to make sure I'm correct. I might be wrong. Because I remember the Raiders just drafted a tight end at number 9. I Drop Bucket says Aiden O'Connell. Can y'all please tell me what's so good about Aiden O'Connell? No disrespect. I just want to know. He did Lambeau. Was it Brock Bowers in number 9? Because I know they got Michael Mayer telling. Was it Brock Bowers in number 9? I just want to make sure I'm correct. Was Brock Bowers drafted number 9 to the Las Vegas Raiders? I remember them picking a tight end. Oh, it was. Okay, cool. I wanted to make sure because sometimes I get mixed up with college players and NFL players, and I don't get it right. I always don't get it right. It was. So the Las Vegas Raiders have Michael Mayer and Brock Bowers. Did they ever draft a quarterback in any round? Like the 3rd round, 4th round, 6th round? Or they gonna or are the Las Vegas just gonna wait till next year and try to get Shedeur Sanders? Will they try to get Shedeur Sanders? Hezzy Z8 says Mayer was 2nd round. He's from Kentucky, my home state. I used to watch him in high school. Hezzy Z8. What high school? Excuse me. What high school is Michael Mayer from? What high school is Michael Mayer from? You watched him in high school. Where is Michael Mayer from? Right now, 3 games into NFL preseason football. We have the Bengals versus the Bears. 0-0. We have the Atlanta Falcons versus the Baltimore Ravens, which I'm about to go back and watch that. The score of the Atlanta Falcons versus the Baltimore Ravens right now. And Emory Jones is at quarterback. Emory Jones. Did Emory Jones play for Florida? It's 7-6 in the third quarter between the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens. Hezzy ZA says he went to Covington Catholic in Independence, Kentucky. Private school? He went to a private school? Is that a private school? Covington Catholic? Or is that a Christian school? Paul says, who were the Pats pick in the first pick of the draft? The best answer I have is I'm focused on the process and not worried about 2025. I'm worried about tomorrow. That's my answer. But they will not be picking in the top 5. Hezzy Z says he went to Covington Catholic in Independence, Kentucky. Hezzy Z says they won the state twice in a row. Y'all was that good at football? Covington Catholic won state twice in a row. What years did Covington Catholic win 2 titles in a row? What years? Was it 2017, 2018, or 2016, 2017? Or was it 2014, 2015? I know I gave 3 answers, but I wanted to guess. 2022 and 2023. What happened last year? Or no, the season ain't started. My bad. I'm sorry. Are y'all is Covington Catholic going to win it this year, or have you even kept up? Have you even kept up with it yet? Or have you kept up with your high school assistant or no? Hezzy Z8 says they're still pretty good. Not as good. So they're not as good as when Michael Mayer was there. Their talent decreased, is what you're trying to tell me? Their talent has decreased. Hezzy ZA says, yeah. Who in the NFL is going to win Rookie of the Year? Hezzy ZA says, yeah, they got younger. Who in the NFL will win Rookie of the Year? Will it be Bo Nix? Or will it be Caleb Williams? Or would it be somebody else that I'm not thinking of? Is it going to be Caleb Williams? Or is it going to be Bo Nix that win Rookie of the Year? And for the Los Angeles Chargers, who has a better chance of winning MVP? Patrick Mahomes? Well, no. Patrick Mahomes, I ain't going to say his name. Justin Herbert or Lamar Jackson? Who is going to have a better season? Justin Herbert or Lamar Jackson? Or could Rome Odunze out of Washington, who plays for Chicago Bears, win Rookie of the Year? Hezzy ZA says, I think Brian Thomas Jr. or Bo Nix, not going to lie. Brian Thomas Jr. He played at LSU. And Bo Nix played 2 years at Auburn and 4 years at Oregon. LSU had a lot of talent. They also had Malik Neighbors. Caleb Williams almost shut that jump pretty deep. The Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Bears, 0-0. 0-0. I'm probably going to take Bo Nix. My rookie of the year. Hezzy ZA says he was solid. And Jags are not that bad. They have Trevor Lawrence. They got Travis Etienne. I think the Jags might make the playoffs. I probably didn't mention them when I mentioned my top 7 teams, but I basing off last year, right now, I'd rather take the Houston Texans. I'd rather take the Houston Texans over the Jacksonville Jaguars right now. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and say they're going to be the NFC Championship game because I don't know. Because their schedule is a lot tougher. And they might decline just a little bit. Because defensive coordinators are really going to start to figure out C.J. Stroud like they did with Lamar Jackson. In the Granite 617 is in the house. In the Granite 617 is in the house. He says, Lamborghini Young Buck, hope all is good, kid. You living life? We are taking life one day at a time. We are taking life one day at a time. Where will the Patriots finish in the AFC East? Paul Melly. Where will the Patriots finish in the AFC East? 3rd. I think the Dolphins will be worse than us this year just because their defense is going to be very suspect. They're going to have a great offense, but until the Miami Dolphins can beat teams above 500, I think the Miami Dolphins, I would not be surprised if the Miami Dolphins are close to last in the division. The Patriots will be 3rd. The Jets and the Bills will be – the Bills going to be 1st. The Jets going to be 2nd. And it's going to be very close. It's not going to be like Buffalo's going to – it's going to win the division by 4 games. It's going to come down to the final. It's going to come down to Week 17, Week 18 to come down to who wins the division. It's going to come down to Week 17, Week 18 in the AFC East between Buffalo and New York Jets. Hezzy ZA says, yeah, Texans are really good. We'll see how the season goes. In the Granite 617 says, don't give up on the Pats. I ain't giving up on the Pats. I never do. I'm not giving up on the Pats. I don't give up. I just watch football, take it with a grain of salt, and move forward to the next day. That is how I approach life. I'm on to the next one. I'm on to the next. That's how I approach life in the Granite 617. I just focus on what we can control this week. That's how I look at it when I coach football. I'm focused on one opponent. I'm not focused on who we playing in October. I ain't focused on who we playing in November. I'm focused on who we playing this week. 1 week at a time. Hezzy Z8 says, and also Desmond Ritter went to a school called Trinity in Louisville, Kentucky, and they won state in 2017. We also have Trinity here in Richmond, Virginia. Trinity Christian. I don't know if they call it Trinity Christian or I don't know. I know we have Trinity somewhere in Richmond, Virginia. We have a school called Trinity as well. So that's just kind of, There's a bunch of Trinity schools everywhere, all these private schools. And Desmond Ritter, that year they went 12-0 and played Alabama in the college football playoff and got smacked. And got smacked by Alabama. That was the last time Cincinnati was good. And I think the last time Cincinnati was good was when Brian Kelly was there before Brian Kelly left. That was the last time Cincinnati was like legit. And the Granite 617 says amen. And the Granite 617 says good job, Lambo, and Gator with the comment. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And the Granite says Gator. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, spam the like button. We got a lot of games of NFL preseason football, and we're going to be back tomorrow because we got 2 night games of NFL preseason football. We got 2 8 o'clock games tomorrow. One of them being the Saints versus the 49ers tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And I think another game that we have on as well tomorrow, besides the Saints and the 49ers, is also going to be the Packers versus the Broncos. So you got one game on Fox and one game on NFL Network. I got YouTube TV, so if I can combine them, I can watch both games. But as of right now, Hezzy ZA says also Jarek Willis went to a school called Lexington, Kentucky called Lafayette and ended up a 5-star and went to Bama. Went there and won a natty and ended up a first-round pick. Paul Melly says, in the Granite 617, what's up? Right now, for 3 NFL games that are tuning in, Falcons versus Ravens is 6-7. Bengals, Bears, 3-0. The Giants, Texans, 7-0. And we got about 9 more games today. 9 more games of NFL preseason football today. 9 games. Hezzy ZA said he was on the 2019 Alabama team. That 2019 Alabama team was loaded with talent. That 2019 Alabama team was loaded with talent. Hella loaded with talent. Very, very, very loaded with talent. Loaded. And the Granite 617 says, Paul, what's popping? We got 9 more games in NFL football today. 4 o'clock, Lions versus Chiefs. Vikings versus Browns at 4:25. Bills versus Steelers at 7 o'clock. Commanders versus Dolphins at 7 o'clock. Cardinals versus Colts at 7 o'clock. Seattle and the Titans at 7 o'clock. Jets and Panthers at 7 o'clock. The Rams versus Raiders at 7:05. The Bucks versus Jacksonville at 7:30. The Cowboys versus the Raiders at 10 o'clock. And tomorrow, the Saints versus 49ers and the Packers versus Broncos at 8 o'clock, both on Fox and both on NFL Network. So we have a lot of football going on. Hezzy Z8 says, and I know him in real life. My dad coached him in high school. Gator says, loaded. We have loaded games in NFL season. Loaded, a lot of football. Football is the greatest thing ever. NFL, EA Sports, Electronic Arts, Madden NFL 25. Football is great. We have a lot of action. In the Granite 617 says there's gonna find hopeful body under Jet Stadium. No more Jets games, LOL. In the Granite 617 does not like the New York Jets. How many people in this chat, besides In the Granite 617, do not like the New York Jets? And Aaron Rodgers, Quentin Williams, Jermaine Johnson, Robert Saleh, Garrett Wilson, MetLife Stadium, the same stadium that the Giants play in. And the Granite 617 says nope. And the Granite 617 says nope. Nobody likes the New York Jets. In the Granite 617, it's because you're from Boston. So why do you not like the New York Jets? It's because you're from Boston. And me and In the Granite 617 like the Boston Celtics. In the Granite 617 says no hardcore Jets fans. I'm a Patriots fan, so I guess I hate every team in your division. I don't like the Dolphins. I don't like the Bills. And or the Jets. It has nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers. It has nothing to do with I like Aaron Rodgers. It has nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers. It's just, when you like a team, you're not supposed to like your division rivals. I don't know why there's certain people, they say they like the Steelers and the Ravens. How do you like both teams in the same division? Like, I know people like that, and I had to ask them a question. I said, so what makes you think you like both teams? You like both teams in the same division. I know some old man, and I'm not going to say his name on here. I know some old guy I used to work with. I like the Steelers and the Ravens. Excuse me? The Steelers and the Ravens? In the Greater 617 says, I don't like them. Amen, Lambo. In the Greater 617 says, like the Pats. Can't like the rest. I can't like the Jets. I can't like the Bills. I can't like the Dolphins. I can't like the Chiefs. Who's the Patriots rivals? Well, when Peyton Manning was there, it was the Colts. I don't like the Colts. Rivals, the Patriots and Ravens were a rival. Well, not really. Patriots and Broncos when Peyton Manning was there. Yeah, I don't like them. I'm only a Patriots fan. I can't like nobody else. I can't like nobody else. Like I would sit here and say, maybe, no, I'm Patriots fan. I can't like nobody, no other team. I can't. They're not a rivalry team, but there's one team I damn near can't stand. There's one team I can't damn near stand. Dallas Cowboy fans. The Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys. You know damn well I can't stand them Cowboys fans. Oh, the San Diego Chargers, before they become the Los Angeles, before they were the Los Angeles Chargers, I couldn't stand the Chargers. We had to play with Phillip Rivers. Didn't like him. Couldn't stand the Chargers. In the Granite 617 says the Flakegate. We only have a few rivals. In the Granite 617. I don't believe that the Flakegate actually happened. I don't believe it happened. The reason why I don't believe it happened is, what do they know about the deflations of football? And it was pouring down raining. So, I mean, like I said, I'm not an expert on PSI of footballs, and neither is Bill Belichick or whatever. But, I mean, is it fair to say if it wasn't pouring down raining in Foxborough, nobody would be talking about Deflategate? If it wasn't pouring down raining? Like, you're telling me in dry weather, in cold, I talk about dry, cold weather, Indianapolis is going to Foxborough and they're going to beat them in cold weather. Is that what everybody's going to tell me? In the Granite 617 says Pats are America's team. From 2001 to 2019, they're America's team, but not the last 4 years in America's team. The Patriots should be America's team rather than the Dallas Cowboys. They make the most money, but they don't win jack. Elizabeth says, what's good, Lambo? It's been a while. Elizabeth, thank you for tuning in to Total Pole Nation. Elizabeth is for you.
Elizabeth is in the house.
In the Granite 617 says, San Diego Chargers, you're right. In the Granite 617 says, I don't think so. In the Granite 617 says, absolutely. Look, those Tom Brady years, did I take them for granted? No. I knew at some point Tom Brady had to go. And I was prepared and ready to move on from Tom Brady. Did I like it? No. But it's not my decision. I don't work in the NFL, and it's not my decision. So, how many quarters went through? Cam Newton, Mac Jones, Bailey Zappi, Brian Hoyer. Now we got Drake May, Joe Milton, and Jacoby Brissett. Jerron Mayo, don't make the dumb decision to start Drake May. I'd rather have Jacoby Brissett than Drake May. Please don't make a dumb decision. Talking about me almost, according to Bleacher Report or whoever said that. I hope that Jerron Mayo does not start Drake May. In the Grand 617 says he stayed 19 years. We got 6 Super Bowls. We should have got 7. You know why I say we should have got 7? Maybe we should have got 8. Lost to New York Giants twice, and then the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl. The Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl pisses me off to this day. I think the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl pisses me off more than the Giants one. You're talking about the David Tyree catch and the Mario Manningham catch. And then you had the Nick Foles. The Nick Foles jet sweep? Or the fact that they burned 8 minutes off the clock and they scored a touchdown. And Matt Patricia's defense was awful. And the Granite says agreed. And the Granite 617, New York Giants, Hail Marys, Philly 2. And the Granite 617 says Philly 2. Yeah. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Well, it kind of does matter. To me, personally, if the Patriots don't have a good year, as long as they're not picking in the top 5, as long as I get my $2,000, I still got the Boston Celtics on. I still rep the Boston Celtics. I still rep the Boston Celtics, baby. I'm still repping those Boston Celtics. The defending champions, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and the Boston Celtics. That's what I rep. Boston Celtics. And this is what happened last year. The Patriots had a bad year. I said, that's fine. As long as the Boston Celtics win, I'm fine. At least one of my teams won a championship. That's kind of how I look at it. If the Patriots ain't good, I say, hey, the Boston Celtics. Who's stopping the Celtics? In the Granite 617 says Celtics are going to kill it for the next 5 years. Oh, Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams to Rome Odunze. Caleb Williams to Rome Odunze. Look at that throw by Caleb Williams. Spin out the pocket, throw off balance, deep ball to Rome Odunze. Oh, my goodness. Man. Wow. Gators says former Miami Marlins and Los Angeles Angels outfielder Monty Harrison, who played 50 games in the major league level from 2020 to 22, is now headed to college at the University of Arkansas. What do you think about that, Lambo? He will be a 29-year-old true freshman wide receiver for the Razorbacks this fall. What do I think about it? Put an age limit on guys. They can't play no sports until 29, 30 years old. You're 29, 30 years old in college. You need to be playing some pro ball. You shouldn't be graduating by 35 still playing college sports. They need to put an age limit on it. But I guess NIL, they don't give a damn. You can transfer as many times as you want. We always got a team here in the Bloody Bean. In the Granite 617 says the Bears. HBO Hard Knocks. The Chicago Bears, Caleb Williams, Roman Dunze, Keenan Allen, EA Sports Electronic Arts, Madden NFL 25, Soldier Field, Caleb Williams, the Chicago Bears. Gator laughing emoji in 100. In the Granite 1617 says laughing emoji in 100. I'm just being honest. Like why are I'm not, and I'm talking about athletes. I'm not talking about people going back to college at 40 years old getting a degree. I'm just talking about playing sports. It should be an age limit in college where you shouldn't play sports. Don't play college sports past then at like 26. Or don't play college. Well, I would say 26. Since it been then and played college sports, he was almost there at 25. I would say don't play college sports till past 30 years old. Gator says, I agree. It should be a limit. And the Granite 617 says, not at you, Lambo. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, I don't like the fact that that we're just somebody can be 32 years old playing college sports. Like, that's a joke. That's a joke to me. It's a joke. In the Granite 617 says, there are some freaks of nature. They are, but they're not 30 years old. They're not 30 years old. They're not 30 years old. They're not 30 years old playing college sports. They're somewhere in the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, or in the UFC. They're not playing college sports at 30 years old. In the Granite 617 says, I'm 53 and I'm a freak of nature. In the Granite 617 says facts. No, he's out of bounds. Watching UFC tonight. Are you watching UFC tonight? I'm probably going to be watching NFL tonight. I'm going to be watching NFL tonight. And I'll be having this bottle of the Don Julio Tequila Blanco, and I will be having a 1800 tequila. No, I'm watching it in the Granite 617. I am going to watch the NFL tonight. All NFL. The 1800. Boy, you see that bottle. See that bottle? Today's video is sponsored by the 1800 tequila. And it is sponsored by the Don Julio 1942. Gator says, I'll be tuning in the Granite 617. Uh-oh, Caleb Williams making some noise. Oh, wow. Caleb Williams escaped the pocket and scored a touchdown. Man, Caleb Williams knowing how to escape the pocket. Gator says a stack card. And the Granite 617 says, go easy on that booze. I may go easy. I may go easy. I may not. We're going to have to see. Sometimes it relieves, what's it called? Sometimes it relieves that stress. It relieves that stress. The more I have, the more I forget about things. In the Granite 617 says, seen and drank many bottles. Haven't had a hangover in 24 years. No double A either. In the Granite 617 says, good Gator. Caleb Williams has a rushing touchdown in the NFL preseason football right now. He has a rushing touchdown. In the Granite 617 says nothing wrong with a few drinks. Never. That's never wrong with a few. Never wrong with a few in the Granite 617. Never wrong with a few. Never. Never. Just in the Granite 617 says, just don't get liquid courage. My brother. The only liquid that I get liquid courage of is water. A big bucket of ice cold water. That's my liquid. A bucket of ice cold water. Because water is good and healthy for you. In the Granite 617 says, good answer, Lambo. Wow. 6-13. 3 NFL preseason games. 13-6. The Baltimore Ravens are beating Atlanta Falcons. The Bears are up 10-0 against the Cincinnati Bengals. And the New York Giants against the Houston Texans. Gator says water. In the Granite 617 says I drink at least 2 gallons a day. Arnell Mickle Jr., thank you for tuning in to Total Pole Nation. Thoughts on the 49ers, Ayuk, and Trent Williams situation. The Giants and Texans game is 14-7 until halftime, and Daniel Jones has thrown 2 interceptions. And that's not good. Joe Sheen, HBO Hard Knocks and New York Giants. Daniel Jones throwing 2 picks in a damn preseason game against backups. You better find you another quarterback besides Daniel Jones throwing 2 picks in a preseason game. I hope it was against the starters and not against backups, because that's not good. Arnell Mickle Jr. said thoughts on the 49ers Ayuk and Trent Williams situation. They want to get paid, but they'll be with the 49ers. They got to a Super Bowl last year. They get to the NFC Championship games every year. They just got to win it. But if they go to any other team, they're not going to win. So if they stay in San Francisco, they'll be fine. They'll get the money right, but also they got to get the money right before they pay Brock Purdy, because Brock Purdy might set the record in the next year or two. I mean, Brock Purdy's only in year 2, year 3. Yeah. Took them to a Super Bowl in 2 years. So Brock Purdy's contract is expiring soon. So they got to pay those guys before they pay Brock Purdy, because once they pay Brock Purdy, there's no way they're going to be able to keep all those wide receivers. Somebody's going to have to go. And the Granite 617 says San Francisco should be a killer team this year. I mean, dude, I look at it like this. San Francisco going to go back. San Francisco 49ers, they're going back to the NFC Championship game. They're going back. They're going back. They're definitely going back. They're going back to the NFC Championship game, and they're going back to the Super Bowl. Who's stopping them? Who's stopping them? Who's stopping them? And the Granite 617 says, I agree. Arnell Mickle says 49ers need to stay healthy, though. Yes, I agree. The 49ers are the most injury-prone team in all the NFL. But I agree, they will stay healthy. They will stay healthy. They're definitely going to stay healthy. They are definitely going to stay healthy. They will stay healthy. That. Look, you got Christian McCaffrey. Integrated 617 says Chiefs or Baltimore until the Patriots get hot sometime this year. Integrated 617, I mean, the Patriots ain't going to the playoffs. I just want them to be 8-9. So I don't owe Paul no $2,000. That means either 8 wins or 6 wins ain't picking in the top 5. I don't want them to make the playoffs yet. I don't think we're ready to go to no damn playoffs. Against all those stacked teams of the AFC, shit, we ain't going to no playoffs. I'll be happy if we ate like 8-9 or 7-10. Not really, but I mean, just to win my money. I'm not happy with any damn losing season. I was not happy when we went 4-13. Yeah, I wasn't happy we went 4-13. I wasn't pleased. And the Grand 617 says they got a defensive coach. It's a good start. Yeah, we got 4 new coordinators. We got a new deep. We got 4 new coordinators. We got 4 new coordinators. In the Grant 617 says the Pats will be back. Arnell Mickle says who's the Pats QB this season? Jacoby Brissett's going to be the starter. They got Drake May and they got Joe Milton. If I'm the Patriots, you better keep Joe Milton. A few from old Pats teams we don't know yet. In the Grand 617 says Mayo will make that decision. We'll see. I just want to take my $2,000 from the man from Seoul. That's it. I mean, I just want to not pick in the top 5. That's the goal. I don't really. I mean, if we make the playoffs, we do. But I mean, my top 7 teams, I ain't pick the Patriots to make the playoffs. They'll either barely make it or not make it. It's kind of how I look at it. I'm grabbing the iced coffee. I'll be back. Totem Pole Nation. Los Angeles Chargers. Los Angeles Chargers. Justin Herbert. Jim Harbaugh. SoFi Stadium. NFL. NFL on CBS. EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden NFL 25. Will the Los Angeles Chargers be a threat? Will they be a threat to the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game? Who do you think will be tops in the AFC East? Buffalo. Buffalo Bills will be at the top of the AFC East. Miami Dolphins defense ain't going to be good, and they can't beat nobody in no cold weather. They're not going to beat any good teams. The Jets, they got Aaron Rodgers, but the offensive line, I'm not too sure about the offensive line yet. Patriots, we got a great defense, but we got to see how good our quarterback's going to play. And I'm just watching Daniel Jones throw 2 bad interceptions. He threw a pick 6 in the end zone. It's crazy. That's the most dumbest throw I've ever seen Daniel Jones make in a preseason game. Oh, Lord. Yeah, the Buffalo Bills will be on top of the AFC East. The number 1 seed is probably going to be the Ravens because they're great in the regular season. But I'm going to pick the Chiefs. I think the Chargers would be number 3 or number. I think they'd be number 3 because number 4 they got to win the division. Then they're not winning the AFC West. I think the Kansas City Chiefs win the AFC West. Yeah, I think the Kansas City Chiefs win the AFC West. MG says I agree with that. Totem Pole Nation. Faith, family, football, and the future of content creation. MG says Mahomes, man. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL right now. He has a chance to be up. He has a chance to be up there with Tom Brady, but Tom Brady's the greatest. But right now, while he's playing, Patrick Mahomes is the best in the NFL right now. And I said while he's playing. I'm not talking about the greatest of all time yet. He can work his way up there. He's getting close. Elizabeth says, what's good? Lamar Jackson, though. Lamar Jackson is a 2-time MVP that has not made it to a Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson is great talent-wise, but until you need him to throw the ball in the playoffs, he can't do it. Patrick Mahomes can be able to do it. Joe Burrow was able to do it. I'm taking Joe Burrow over Lamar Jackson. Joe Burrow has been to the Super Bowl. He's not as mobile because I know he tore his ACL and he gets hurt all the time. He's not as mobile as Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's more talented. I'm taking Joe Burrow over Lamar Jackson. Until Lamar Jackson can show me he can make a throw in a playoff game when it matters. No disrespect to Lamar Jackson, but he's not the GOAT. He's not the GOAT. Elizabeth says we're going to get Lamar his first ring. How? Are the Ravens going to beat the Chargers? Are the Ravens going to beat the Bengals? They going to beat the Chiefs? With what wide receiver? Elizabeth says, yeah. With what wide receiver? They don't got OBJ no more. You got Mark Andrews and who else? Probably not the Chiefs, though. Okay, so that's my point. Zay Flowers. So Zay Flowers is better than Jamar Chase? Zay Flowers is better than Travis Kelce and Xavier Worthy and Hollywood Brown? Oh. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Totem Pole Nation. We will be back later for more content. We love you. We appreciate you. Faith, family, football, and the future content.